All right, everyone. Everybody ready?
Yes.
You ready, Carla?
I am.
Let's go! Come on! So fired up for today. As usual, my ritual to get my blood going for these shows. Let's go! Ready?
Yes.
Let's do this. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another 5K Tennis podcast. It is still very early in the 2019 ATP and WTA seasons, and we are already on show number 16.
Wow.
Come on!
And almost the end of the Australian Open.
Week 2, baby. Week 2. So, as usual, we will put a link above in case you missed the last show. As always, these shows are a direct continuation from the previous day's shows, at least during majors, and continuations from the previous 2 or 3 days' shows during non-majors, where, again, on the link you can find the topics that we discussed from yesterday, if you're wondering where the topics came from, discussions that we have been involved in, and so forth. So if you're new to the channel and you want to catch right back up, check out the link, or just get started right here. All right? So as usual, or as always, I always like to start each and every show with special shout-outs to all of those that communicated with us on the previous day by telephone or by other platforms that we are involved with that in essence make the current show possible.
Right. Well, we've had them. Yesterday we had a lot of comments, and I had quite a few people that stayed up to watch Federer's match that were sending me messages in the morning.
There you go. All right, so shout outs to Ivor Savage, the owner, CEO of YTEX Strings. He made some great comments yesterday from a coaching perspective. He's a great coach as well, not just someone that owns a string company. And we'll get into his comment in the not too distant future today. Also to Mark Dolly, who is a head teaching pro that had a short but very powerful comment yesterday from a psychology standpoint. I have a psychology degree, not that that means anything, but when I read his comment, I realized the power of it, even though it was only a couple of words and where he was coming from. Joshua Kane, a brilliant teacher and has a beautiful coaching mind, that wrote a really nice comment yesterday, so I will read that in its entirety here shortly. As always, Rajesh Kumar, a wonderful family friend that keeps us involved with all of our ups and downs, sends gifts, R2 to us, to our children. So thank you very much, Rajesh.
I think Federer needed this last night on the court.
Yeah, I think Federer needed a little bit.
He should have had one of these guys.
Should have had one of those.
Yeah. So did Kerber. Kerber needed that too.
Exactly. So Ivor Savage, Mark Dolly, Joshua Kane, Rajesh Kumar, Wayne M. Shia, that always rings in from Singapore, a long ways away. Much love to you. Much respect to Arvis Yagamar, a really solid tennis blogger and sports writer, at least tennis-wise, that we have known for a lot of years. Never ceases to amaze. Love you a lot, Arvis. And last but not least, because there's always so many, but Stefan Nizovic, who called or checked up on myself this morning at about 5 or 6 a.m. to make sure I wasn't too devastated by Federer's loss.
Also, I want to thank Bob Davis. He was at the Australian Open, and he was actually there for the Tiafoe and Dimitrov match. And he's sending me a whole bunch of pictures. So thank you for keeping in contact with us.
Yeah, I think he even said he got you some items there.
Yes.
So maybe...
Can't wait.
Yeah, maybe here shortly we'll have some items to match up against the robot.
Yes.
Let's go. Come on. All right, so moving forward, we're going to jump right back into our topic that Carla and I brought up yesterday. And that topic was, can we buy a champion, or are champions born with it? Right?
Right.
All right, so yesterday, Carla and I gave our takes on it briefly, and I'll put a link above from last show so you can see our takes on this. But because of our influx of so many really good comments, we are going to defer our opinions or thoughts on it, and we want to read your comments, especially 3 or 4 of them. Some of these came by the telephone. Some of them came from other platforms that Carla and I are involved with. And some of them came from right here on this channel in the comments section from below, or other shows. Some people will click a link and they'll look at it and they'll leave a comment there instead of here. But from all the above, we got these comments. By the way, these comments, in my opinion and in Carla's opinion, are from people much better than us in terms of minds and coaching perspectives. So in all due respect to these people's comments and where they come from and how good they are, I will humbly say that they're worth listening to.
Well, we had comments from coaches, owners of businesses, people, tennis fans, teachers. So there were comments from different type of people.
Yeah, different types of people, from teaching pros to teachers to business owners to family friends, etc. So here we go. So this comment came in from Joshua Kane, and I really love this comment, hence why I'm reading it first. Joshua Kane says, and I quote, now remember, this has reference to, can we buy a champion or are they born with it, okay? Quote, I think one can have the raw ability to get there, and sometimes they get themselves there mostly. However, I do think there are people who need that raw talent coached out of them, or coaxed out of them, if you will. Tom Brady, for example, obviously raw talent. I don't know that he is as good without Bill Belichick, though. Even Colin Kaepernick was a good quarterback until Jim Harbaugh left for Michigan. Simona Halep would be a good example in the tennis world. I think Cahill refused to work with her until she acknowledged she needed to get her head straight. Standing ovation with this comment.
Great comment. I don't know that Halep got her head straight, but great comment.
I'm going to agree 100% all the way down, and you can disagree. That's why we're here. We like to debate. Number one, the football metaphor. I'm a huge football fan. I love Tom Brady. And then his comparison with Kaepernick in the 49ers rings a big bell with me because I was born in San Francisco, raised in California, trained to play half of my life of tennis there. And that comment resonates with me as both a coach and as a fan. I couldn't agree more here.
Yeah, I think you have to have the right person in your life to get you to that potential you can get to. I agree with him on that. I mean, do you think Serena would be there without her father? Do you think Federer would have been out? Would he have been there with his first coach? I don't know who his first coach.
His first coach had passed away. I should have had that written in, but I think Federer's first coach passed away to this very day. I think it still hits Federer pretty hard.
And Sampras too. I mean, there are people that influence you in a different way in life, and without them, you probably wouldn't be that person. Same with Djokovic. He's proven it, that his coach came back, and he's now the man that he used to be.
Yeah, and I think, again, this comment for me was very well said. You can tell that Joshua has a wonderful mind, a great teaching mind, I think hence his profession, and then a great sports mind. By the way, Joshua, myself, we have 5 kids, but my 2 oldest boys do an NFL pool pick'em every season. We do it all 16 weeks, or bye weeks, but all 18 weeks of the regular season through the playoffs, and right now, Dad is in the lead. Let's go. Thank you very much, Joshua. Comment on his comment below. Second comment comes in from Mark Dali. And excuse my pronunciation on that if I'm wrong. Dali. Mark is a head teaching pro, so kudos to you, Mark. But when I read this comment, I immediately knew that Mark had a psychological background or psychological training. It was 3 words, and it was extremely powerful. So I'll explain this. When we learn the stages of development as students in this field of psychology, we always get into this debate that's been around since time immemorial, since time began philosophically, and that is nature versus nurture. Okay, nature versus nurture. Are we born with the ability, or is it because our environment instills it in us? His comment wasn't nature versus nurture. His comment was nature and nurture. That's all it took. 3 words and extremely powerful. That's absolutely 100% agreed by myself. I agree totally. I think yesterday Carla and I pretty much said that, you know, we felt that you were born with it almost predominantly.
Yes.
However, you do have to have someone coach it out of you.
Yes.
And those 3 words, Mark, couldn't have said it any better. It's nature and nurture. Comment below on Mark's comment. I thought it was powerful.
It is.
Great comment there. The next comment comes from Ivor Savage. Has become a friend of Carla and ours. He actually owns the string company YTEX Strings, and is just a really beautiful person. And we have spoken to Ivor at length. Here is his comment. And he said at the beginning of his comment that he agreed with Joshua Kane, which was the first comment that we read. He says, quote, "I have way too many students with oodles of talent thinking it's enough to get to the top. Sometimes it's best to be broken down so you can reach your full potential compared to living in a dream world. Take the Navy SEALs, for example." I'm going to stop right there real quick. My father's a retired Navy captain, United States Navy, 06. And I was raised this way, kind of in a militaristic way, where the cream of the crop, they're going to be separated from the rest of the pack. Look at the ACTs and the ACTs, the tests that our kids take to get into college. There's always ways to separate the good from the absolute best.
Totally agree. Anything in life.
All right, so I'll continue. Take the Navy SEALs, for example. That intense training, hell week, excuse my language, month or year, however long it is, was created to separate the champs from the chumps. Every kid wants to be a pro, but not every kid is willing to work their tail off to get that dream.
Well said, Igor.
Let's go!
Well said, and that's why we talk about people like Djokovic. You know, he wanted it badly. He had the talent, and so he reached his potential.
Incredible comment.
Want it badly.
Much love to you, Ivor.
And some luck too. I'm sorry. There's got to be some luck.
Some luck involved.
Yes, you got to be. Some people are so talented out there, but they're not. They were never. They were never found. So
yeah, they weren't found. Whatever. So there is some luck involved, but you
Yes.
can't count your life on luck.
Yeah.
But yes, I agree with that totally. The last comment I'm going to read from yesterday comes from a family friend, Rahesh Kumar. Robot is R2, and here is Rahesh's very nice quote. "Most kids that go to academies have very wealthy families. Not all of them. Especially here, though, in the United States. And those families kind of live their fantasies through their children. True champions have dedication themselves, and they eat, breathe, and sleep tennis, or whatever sport it is. It takes 100% dedication to be a champ, and not just the parents' pocketbooks."
I totally agree. Just because you have the pocketbooks doesn't mean you're going to be a champion. It takes a lot more to be a champion. You have to have the desire, the heart, the passion, and willing to do anything for it.
Yeah, I mean,
that is right. Of course.
These are all stand-up comments. I really enjoyed it. Keep the comments going below on this topic. Can you buy a champion, or does it take 100% dedication?
You can't buy a champion.
All right, moving forward. Great job. Keep the comments coming. Next topic, topic number 2 or topic number 1 for today, before we get into the draws, is this. This topic comes from my 81-year-old father, who was born into the game as I was and Carla was, and he started playing at the age of 3 and has been my lifelong coach. And I don't just mean feeding balls, I mean in-your-face, hard-hitting coach. Bleeds tennis to this very day. He watched the Federer match, stayed up all night last night at 81 just to keep me updated on the match, so thank you for that. All right, so here is his topic for today, and it's a multifaceted topic, so listen up. Here we go. Part A, and this will go through A, B, C, D, E. So 5 parts. Think about this. Here we go. Could a good coach coach only on the basis of statistics? Part A. Could a good coach coach only on the basis of statistics? Number 2. Could a good coach coach only on the basis of statistics plus a telephone? Okay? Not on site. Statistics. Hello, player. This is what we need to do. Okay? Number 3. Could a good coach coach only on the basis of statistics, a telephone, and a video camera? Okay? Not on site, over the phone, looking at stats, have a telephone, able to study film. Okay? Number 4. Could a good coach coach only on the basis of statistics, telephone, video, and live on-the-scene closed-circuit TV? Not a coach there in the flesh, around the premises somewhere, dialed in, but not right there. Okay? Or the kicker, can a good coach only by being right there on court in the moment as it all plays out? Okay? That's deep. So what I want to do here is I'm not going to elaborate on this because I didn't even tell Carla what the question was.
I like the last one. I'm old-fashioned. I think a coach needs to be there.
I think a coach needs to be on scene.
You need to be there.
They need to be on scene as well. My father's reason for asking this question is because he sees this a lot. Coaches not there, on live feeds, etc. Yeah. And his reason for this was when he was a child until he was in his middle ages, there was no television. Born in 1938, so radios and so forth. I guess what the question is, can a good coach do any of these things? Do they need to be on site? And are we seeing a paradigm shift in coaching because of these things?
I like to have a personal relationship with the coach. I like for them to be in my face, telling me, what I need to do. I don't like the first three choices. I don't. But I can understand
if you're
a professional player, I could see where the coach is on the phone with you.
Yeah, it's just a question. Yeah. This is for your comments, and we will discuss the best of the best comments, and maybe all of them on tomorrow's show. All right, so that's a quite deep question, though. It's a quite deep question. That's where this game is headed, and a lot of other sports, too. Coaches in the NFL are sitting in boxes and at bird's eye view calling plays. So let's think about it that way. Basketball, any sport that's becoming the paradigm, okay? All right, so let's go. Next, we get into my favorite part of the show, and that is the lovely Carla with that awesome YTEX shirt on today. That makes you even look more beautiful.
Thank you.
Man, smoking. Fire me up. All right, so the lovely Carla is going to break down the draws that she's been working on since about 5 o'clock this morning.
Well, they weren't big draws.
Well, statistics, head-to-heads, and so forth. Usually it's really my favorite part of the show. It may not be today because my Federer lost, and we'll get into that shortly. But I still am incredibly excited for this part of the show because I get to listen to this lovely thing. Fire me up! Come on! All right, Carla, it's all yours.
We'll start with the women's. Number 8 seed, Petra Kvitova from the Czech Republic defeated Amanda Anisimova pretty easily, 6-2, 6-1. She showed us why she's a veteran. She showed us why she's Petra Kvitova. I think the youngster was overwhelmed by the situation. I think she had just won a big match before that, and she wasn't ready for what Kvitova was going to give to her.
Yeah, let's me not forget, Anisimova had just beaten Sabalenka.
But she's 17 years old. She's still doing great. I mean, good match for her.
Yeah.
Good for getting that far.
Yeah, and we can't forget, too, that Sabalenka's only 20.
Yeah.
So it was two younger players, and she got the taste of a major champion,
yeah.
And that major champion dismissed her. Now, we can't say the same for Angelique Kerber, and we'll get into that.
Yeah.
But Kvitova, great win, decisive.
Looked great. We watched this match, the whole match. Ashley Barty from Australia defeated Maria Sharapova from Russia 4-6, 6-1, 6-4. I was a little bummed out Sharapova lost this match. I thought she could have won this match. I'm not impressed with Barty's backhand slice. I think if she met Serena Kvitova, they'd put that ball away. Sharapova had many chances in this match. Instead, she would wait for the ball to drop and then hit it. No good.
Okay, well, obviously she won the match, so I disagree with you there.
Yeah, Ashley Barty won the match. Sharapova needs to learn how to serve, by the way.
Okay,
so many double faults.
Let me give you my take on that.
Sure.
Barty won the match. She put Sharapova on her heels with well-placed slices into the corners, made her stay deep, and then when Sharapova got backed up, she hit the easy drop shot. For me, it was wonderful touch. It was demolition derby for me. Just because she has a slice that you don't like doesn't mean she didn't execute her mission.
I'm saying that
doesn't make any sense.
I'm saying that Sharapova double faulted a lot. Did she not double fault a lot in this match? A lot. She came out on the third set double faulting. I'm not taking away credit from Barty.
She was down what?
But I'm sorry.
In the third set.
She's not going to be able to do that against Petra Kvitova. That backhand slice that she has, she will not be able to do that.
All right.
She hit her backhand maybe 10 times during the 3 sets.
You know what? Real quick. Does anyone know what the Screech level index was yesterday?
Horrible.
We created a topic for people that screech and grunt just a couple of shows ago. It's called the SLI. That's the acronym for the statistics. The Screech level index. Sharapova got a 9.687.
It was horrible. Even my mother-in-law that was watching it said, wow, she's never seen her play before. It was ridiculous.
The ball's coming back across the court and the screech is still going.
So do we think Maria Sharapova is over?
Jeez.
Do you think she'll ever win another Grand Slam after this?
I don't know. That's up for debate.
I
know since she's been back from her suspension, her level has been different. She's been more erratic. Any event, good job for Barty, but I don't ever want to hear Barty's slice wasn't effective, because it was very effective and it won her the match.
We'll see in the next. The next player she plays is Kvitova, Petra Kvitova. Petra Kvitova is up on her 3-0.
Yeah, I think Kvitova finally beats the up-and-coming Barty. Good job for the cricket player Barty, though.
Definitely.
Right, let's roll.
We watched this match also. Sloane Stephens from the USA beat lost to Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova in 3 sets. Chocolate milk did not help her.
Yeah, chocolate milk didn't help Sloane Stephens here. Again, we've talked about this, so we're not going to elaborate too much jokingly about the chocolate milk, her sponsor. I don't get that sponsorship, but okay. She did dismiss her coach, or they're on a hiatus, and maybe that was the tale of the tale. However, no excuses. You come here to these majors, you fight. And I really hope that what I read yesterday, that the Australian Open is considering coaching on the sidelines for 2020. If that happens, we've already went from no tiebreaker to tiebreaker. Now if we go to no coaching to coaching, I think I'm just going to write off.
Tennis is a sport of gladiator against gladiator. You don't need a coach there. So we have good for Pavlyuchenkova.
All right, next.
Next match. I love this match. We watched this match, and it was done in 55 minutes. Danielle Collins from the USA defeated Angelique Kerber from Germany 6-2, 6-0,
yeah.
6-2.
It wasn't even a match. It was demolition.
She came out with a task. She's like, I'm gonna beat this girl. I don't care who she is.
Yeah, you've talked about Collins since last year. I never really paid any attention to it. I watched every stroke of this match. I can tell you what. She played the match of her life yesterday.
She was inside the baseline.
However, I can guarantee you Serena's going to have something to say about it. If she can play like that, though, consistently every match, then no one on the planet will beat her.
I mean, she was in Kerber's face. She was like looking at her intensely.
All right, we got to move.
So it's Pavlyuchenkova against Collins. They've never played against each other.
Yeah, I'm at a coin toss there. Experience-wise, I would still go with Pavlyuchenkova.
I'm going with Collins.
And I got Kvitova. I got Kvitova at this point meeting Pavlyuchenkova.
I'll go with Collins on this one.
Let's roll.
All right, the men. Long night. Long night. Roberto Agut Batista defeated Marian Cilic from Croatia in 5 sets. Another 5 sets.
Yeah, this was a coin toss match for us yesterday. Great job to Agut. I'm glad to see him moving forward, though.
That means he is a good player. He beat Djokovic, and you said, I don't know if he could do that. Well, he's beaten a lot of
I've
good
always
players.
told you Agut's a good hardcourt player.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Here's the match. I'm sorry for you. And I'm sorry for me because I have Federer winning the Australian Open. Stefanos Tsitsipas from Greece defeated Roger Federer in 4 sets.
Speechless.
I watched some of the match. I think Federer looked tired. He was missing a lot of forehands. And he just looked a bit... I mean, he looked older. He looked older to me.
Actually, I'm not speechless. Let's do a quick recap. Let's go back to last year. He won the Australian Open, okay?
Yeah.
Didn't play the French. Then he bails out of Wimbledon in the quarterfinals against Kevin Anderson up 2 sets. Then he gets dropped by Millman at the U.S. Open in the 4th round, and now he gets dismissed in the 4th round here. So, am I shocked? No. Does he look older? Yes. Has he slowed down in intensity? Yes. Now, I know there were some excuses. The court was slower, the balls were slower, I didn't have much variety. I understand that. I don't know if Federer at this point will win another major.
I still don't count him out. I don't count him out.
We'll see.
But
maybe
so we'll have Batista against Tsitsipas. Between both of them, Batista's played 18 sets, Tsitsipas 20 sets, and they've never played against each other.
Yeah, I've got Batista Agut.
I'm going with the Greek player.
I'm going Batista Agut in this one, but don't listen to me. This has been an awful tournament for my picks. All right,
next match was Francis Tiafoe from the USA defeated Grigor Dimitrov from Bulgaria in 4 sets.
You know, this wasn't necessarily a shock to me. I had Dimitrov on my fantasy team, but let's be real. Dimitrov will continue to be Dimitrov. Will continue to be Dimitrov.
He has no heart.
As Wayne Chia always says, he'll continue to be the best exhibition player ever, but when it counts, just nothing. Good for Tiafoe. He has a great story. We won't get into that.
21st birthday, won his match, and he's on to the quarterfinals. Good
for him. Tiafoe will have his hands full with Nadal, who, by the way, destroyed Berdych.
He destroyed Berdych in 3 sets. 6-0, 6-1. I think 7-6.
Yeah.
Nadal looked good. He looked strong, and I think he will demolish Tiafoe.
Yeah, I think Nadal is going to be way too much for Tiafoe unless something is ailing Nadal, or if he's doing his jumps, you know, in the walkway as he comes out and he smacks his head on the wall again, like I think he did at Wimbledon and the U.S. Open. You know, here we go, bang, banged his head.
So,
unless he does something like that, I think it's over.
They've never played against each other. Nadal's played 12 total sets. Tiafoe's played 16 sets.
Yeah, so I'm going to have Nadal eventually facing Bautista.
I have Tsitsipas and Nadal.
All right, Carla, absolutely splendid job as always. Great research, great study. But again, I remind everyone that the most special thing about that part of the show is I can look at you.
Okay, thank you.
Love battling with this girl. I get fired.
The most special part for me is that Nadal will probably be in the finals.
Get fired up about it. Woo. I think I'll stay up all night for that match if it occurs.
Yeah.
All right? I will. All right, so let's move forward. Again, Carla, thank you for firing me up. I absolutely love it when I get to go into battle with you.
Thank you. Same.
Boom! Go! Love that. All right, so the last segment of today's show will be our health tip of the day. And as if you have followed this show for the past 3 shows, we have been building a hypothetical instruction manual for a newly born child. In other words, if we buy a car or a stringing machine or an appliance, we get the owner's manual. If we follow those instructions, hey, it's supposed to be a long-lasting product, and if not, we get upset, right?
Yes.
All right, so what would our owner's manuals look like? So paragraph 1, if you haven't seen this, came from Stefan Nizovic. Love you. Thanks for checking up on me this morning after the Federer loss. Don't do drugs, don't drink alcohol, and never put money on Kevin Anderson. Okay? sorry, Ivor, that was all meant in good spirits, but I didn't write it.
And don't ever put money in Dimitrov. That would be mine.
That's her, so that'll be a paragraph for another day. Myself put in, never pass up an opportunity. At least try so you don't move on in life and look back and say, man, what happened, right?
Yes,
don't shut the door on opportunity. At least walk through it and check it out. Carla yesterday, real quickly, indicated that to stay positive was key. We made references to how many coaches we see knocking other coaches down, when ultimately coaches wouldn't be coaches if they didn't care for the kids or the league players or whoever they coach anyway. So it becomes almost hypocrisy. One coach tearing down another one, but yet your profession is to teach and to help others, but you're knocking each other down. We see it all the time in tennis. I see it in stringing. One stringer wants this stringer's business. Oh, well, I do better. You have the same profession. Be positive. Being positive no matter what in life, tennis related or not, is an absolute key for success. Easier said than done. I know it can be. Life is tough. Real quickly, before I state number 4, I'm going to read a quote that came from Rajesh Kumar. Love you, bro. Yesterday. And this had to do with the longevity of a car and its application to a human being. Quote, a car's longevity is by the driver. Your body is a temple, and it's in your hands. As the car's owner's manual says, if you change the oil every 3 months and check your tires, etc., life is beautiful.
Yeah, that's great.
Well said.
Smart guy there.
Well said. Real quickly, before we run out of time, new entry number 4 comes from the both of us, Carla and I, and that is never blame others for your mistake. Take ownership. Let's say, for instance, you see some quarterbacks in the NFL. Shout out to Joshua Kane again. Let's say quarterback A has a bad day throwing the football, and then he blames the defense. Well, it's because my defense, you know, and the coordinator, you know, we don't see eye to eye. Kind of sounds like Aaron Rodgers this past year or something. I won't get into that. But take ownership of your mistakes. You won't ever see a quarterback like Tom Brady or a player like Roger Federer blame anybody. They'll say, you know, it was all me. I lead this team, my fault. Or I played well and good luck.
Well, we see a lot of tennis players blame their coaches and fire them. You might want to take a little blame. Take responsibility for yourself and not blame your coach.
So maybe Dimitrov losing was Agassi's fault?
No, that's just Dimitrov.
Yeah, I'm just saying. He won't say that. I'm just saying that. All right, so everyone, that is it. Again, take ownership for your mistakes. Ultimately, it is up to us. That is, if we weren't born with an instruction manual, maybe we wouldn't make the mistakes.
Sure.
I'm kidding.
I don't think that ought.
And also too, the parents need to be the instruction manual for the little one. I think we're just trying to come up.
Let your kids be responsible for their mistakes.
All right, that's it, everyone. Thanks so much to all of you. Without you, there is no show. So much love to all of you. Never forget that we love you. So much thanks to Ivor Savage and YTEX Strings for Carla, or for believing in Carla and I. Please understand, we are not paid to do this show at all. I am honored to represent the YTEX team, and I'm honored to do some play testing for them and string testing. but it is absolutely just an honor, and it's no more than that. Because what I feel like in life is we should just tell the truth and be proud of the truth. Give them a shot. There's a link below to their website in the description field. They do not disappoint. If you wish to contribute to our channel, there is a PayPal link below. We don't really ever get them, but nonetheless, we're trying to do better and a lot more time to these. Otherwise, we continue to do what else we do. Click like below, subscribe below, and please share our videos. That's how we judge ourselves. And as always, my most lovely Carla, you are everything to me. No matter what in life, no matter what happens, I know that you're my soldier. You bring out the most in me and have given me 5 beautiful kids. All of them good tennis players, but you complete me. I think Jerry Maguire statement, right?
Yeah.
So, and not only that, you're an incredible tennis player, and you're very easily beatable by me. So what?
I don't know. Sharapova went down last night, so.
So what I like to tell you is best of luck once my knee gets healthy in trying to beat me, because it really will never happen.
I love the competition, so bring it on, baby.
Anyway, much love to you. You invigorate me.
You do too.
You're my everything. So that's it, everyone. And I know everyone is lucky too to watch this show because they get to watch you as well.
No, brother. Okay.
Let's go. You know I'm right. Anyway, as Carla always says,
adios. Good matches tonight.